Okay, so that was hack number 1. We're going to take a look at hack number 2 here, which is really the system, right? It's another leg of our stool, and this type of, this leg is really important for us because it's going to help us run the right plays. It's going to help us leverage technology. Technology is super important, and it's going to help us maximize our impact that we're trying to have with these ideal customers. Now, when it comes to running the right systems or having the right system in place, there are a few challenges I wanted to share with you. The number one is the number one, man. I can't tell you how often I run into this with a company that's wanting to do digital marketing, and I go take a look at their systems, and they're just non-existent. You know, maybe they've got a MailChimp account or a Constant Contact account, or maybe they have Salesforce, but they're not doing anything in marketing with any of that information, so they don't have a good system in place. Another key one is sales and marketing alignment. If sales and marketing are in silos, they're not working together, man, the lines are so blurred today between what a salesperson does and what marketing does that you really need to be aligned. And if you're not aligned, then it's going to be hard to be successful with digital. And then number 3, and I heard this over and over again in your survey responses, man, overworked and overwhelmed. Hey, we want a good system. We want to run digital marketing the right way, but man, if you can invent a 27-hour day instead of a 24-hour day, then maybe I can do something, but I'm just overworked. I don't have the time to figure this stuff out. So those are the big system challenges. But here's the good news. I mean, you guys told us in the survey, you're going to be executing on a lot of digital tactics this year, okay? Those are good news because all of this stuff actually is a part of a system. I just want to show you in the next couple of slides how you can tie all these types of activities together for you. So when we talk systems at Vindy Digital, this is really what we're talking about here. So there's 4 components to systems in our world. The first component is offers. And so when you think about offers, or what we're kind of lumping into this category of offers, that would be, you know, your content, gated assets, anything that you're, you know, going to be promoting out there into the marketplace to attract your buyer to your brand, right? So that's what we mean by offers. Then we have user experience down here. So that's the next leg. So that would be your online footprint, wherever that buyer or potential customer is going to interact with you. That would be your website, that would be your blog, landing pages, even your social presence. You know, that's part of your system, okay? That's your footprint. And that's where you're going to have user experience. The next part of the system process, or our system framework, if you will, is the follow-up, right? We're all B2Bs. Most of us are not selling something on our website today, but we've got long sales cycles that we're dealing with, and we're needing to move people through a funnel, if you will. And so the follow-up process is super critical, okay? So that's really what happens after they've engaged with you. You know, what does that follow-up process look like? So that's emailing and texting. That's having maybe SDRs, sales development reps, calling and qualifying the leads. What are you doing from a digital selling perspective? What are you having your sales reps do? Those are all parts of the ingredients of a system. Now, underneath that system, and then technology, sorry, I left the most important one out. So marketing automation, CRM and analytics, those all kind of work together in the middle. It's the glue that ties all that together. And then once you've got your ingredients, the next thing you need to overlay this with are plays. And what I mean by plays are, you know, what are the things that you're going to do with your audience and leveraging these 4 components on your behalf. So, you know, that would be, what is my play for running a campaign or launching an asset or running an event like this? And we're going to walk you through our plays on that in just a second. Sales follow-up, what does all that look like? You know, you want to script those out. Just like a football team has plays, we as a marketing department need to have plays for doing these types of activities if we want to have predictable success. So I'm going to take a breath here and actually take a sip as we think about the systems and where they fit into the buyer journey. Because everything we do, we need to do from the outside in, right? And so we've got Dirk here. He's one of our customers. We want to take Dirk from an ideal prospect to a new client, right? And a digital surround is how we're going to do that. We basically want to take him from, I've never heard of Vindy Digital, to, yes, I do business with Vindy Digital, and I love them, right? So what does that look like? And so when we work with our clients, we walk them through this buyer journey that starts with awareness, right? I've never heard of Indie Digital. And what we're doing there is we're making sure that they're creating really good content that their customers care about, and we're pushing that content out and activating our audience, making sure that wherever their customers are, that they have access to that content. Next, we move into curiosity, right? So curiosity is, hey, who is this company Vindy I keep hearing about? Boy, I'm seeing them everywhere. Remember, it's that digital surround is really starting to come into play. And then from there, we move them into enlightenment. And enlightenment is all about, man, I kind of like Vindy's point of view on this. I think the way that they are thinking about solving my problem or helping me grow my business kind of makes sense to me. That's the enlightenment phase. And again, what we're doing here is making sure they're engaging with our content. We're teeing up opportunities for them to go deeper with us. Maybe that's teeing up guides or inviting them to events like this one. So that's the enlightenment phase. And then we move into the consideration phase, and this is where the buyer starts thinking, you know what? I really do think that Vindy can help solve my lead generation problem, can help me grow my pipeline. And so this is where, now your sales reps are very involved, and we're trying to get, these macro concepts about how to solve problems and make them very specific to Dirk's world. Hey, Dirk, this is how we would solve that problem for you. And that's why digital selling becomes very important at this stage. And then finally, we get to commitment. We get to that end game where Dirk is a client, and he's very happy with the services that you provide. So when you're thinking about systems and running plays, we've got to move our buyers through this journey. Ultimately, it comes down to this, everyone: trust. You want to know why your digital marketing campaigns don't work? It's because you haven't established trust. And there's a lot a lot goes into building that trust, basically. But if you're running a pay-per-click campaign to a stranger and trying to get them to fill out a contact us form on your site to meet with one of your sales reps for a demo, you have not established trust. And those types of campaigns, most of the time, don't work. And this buyer journey that I just walked you through is the process that you need to take a buyer through so that you build that trust, you establish that authority, and establish that empathy that we were talking about.